Autofocus fine tune. All right, so let's dive into this AF fine tune, sometimes called micro adjustment by other companies. So the idea when you focus with this camera is that it's going to go to its exact intended focusing point. But sometimes, for a variety of reasons, the camera may front focus, which means focus in front of your subject, or it may back focus. And if it does this on a regular basis, it needs to be recalibrated. And in the past, you had to send this camera into a Nikon authorized repair center, camera and all your lenses that you're having problems with, and have them recalibrated. Now, you get to do it yourself. And if you want to do this, you're going to need a target to focus on, and you're going to need a way to measure whether that target is in focus, or it's focused in front, or it's in back. If you want, you can buy something like this Lens Align Mark II. Gives you a targeting focus and then lets you know whether you're front focused or back focused by what's in focus on the right-hand slanted side. If you're cheap or thrifty or like to be ingenious, you can create your own with a ruler and a yardstick. You focus on the ruler, you look on the yardstick to see what's in focus, and you can see if your camera is actually focusing the way it's supposed to. And so I did a test like this just to see how my camera is. And I noticed that it was a little bit off. It was front focusing by just a sliver of an amount. And you can go into the AF fine tuning, you can adjust this from -20 to +20. And on my lens, I had to adjust it to about a +5 setting. So I had to just move it incrementally back 5 steps because it was front focusing a little bit. Now, if you do want to do this, you're going to need to get everything set up with all of your lenses to take the sharpest possible shallow depth of field pictures. So this is where you get your tripod and cable release out, you set up a focusing target, a way to measure it, and then you're going to need to set your camera up to the highest quality, shallowest depth of field scenario possible. So the low ISO, a maximum opening on the aperture, like a 1.4 in many cases, and then you're going to want to focus on your subject and take the picture. So you want to unfocus the lens, let the camera automatically focus, and then you're going to want to play back and check the sharpness of the image to see if it's actually sharp, and then make adjustments using the AF fine tune, either to make it focus a little bit closer to the front or focus more towards the back to set that particular lens. And so if you have a very fast lens, like a 50mm 1.4, an 85 1.4, a 300 2.8, these are the type of folks that need to adjust their lenses. If you have a 24 to 85, 4.5 to 5.6, that would be considered a slower lens, and it's not nearly as necessary because your shallowest depth of field has quite a bit of depth of field to it. So it's only for those folks with really shallow depth of field.